might notice something doesn't quite sound right. Getting closer to finally pulling this in to work on it. So last summer when I went to start this, as soon as it fired off, it sounded like a gunshot went off. All of a sudden it was making that noise, and this was down there on the inner fender well. Blew the center of the spark plug out. On number 7, I had tried to unthread the housing, and of course all it did was just twist that off. So right there is what's left of the outer housing of the spark plug. When I tried to grab onto it and take it out, just twist it off. So the rest of the housing is in there without the hex part on it anymore. I'm going to try to clean off what I have left in there. I'm assuming the rest of this porcelain hopefully blew out, because I've actually ran this a fair amount and restarted it several times since that happened, and I'm hoping that just pushed it all out. I think as of now I'm going to try to get maybe not necessarily this bolt, but a bolt to, if I can get it to thread into the existing hole and then weld it to the existing, what's left of the spark plug housing without welding it to the head. I'm hoping that I'll be able to put a socket or wrench on the end of the bolt and thread it out while it's warm. Not positive, but the only other alternative is to pull this engine out. I mean, it's kind of the more inconvenient one to get to, of course, as well. Worst case, have to pull the engine out. Might just, honestly, if I waste too much time on this, it might just be easier to put another engine in, and then I have to pull his head off. I don't know. You know, I mean, might be able to get to it better on a stand. But we're going to try this first and see if we can get this back to plowing before the winter's over. And of course, it's got to be one of the most difficult spots to get to with everything else in the way. Not a whole lot left there to weld to even. It's gonna be hard to even get the wand in there, especially me. I'm not a welder by any means. But we'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, gotta pull an engine. Okay, well, I've got that grade 8 bolt threaded in. As far as I dare tighten it down and what's left of the spark plug housing. Don't want to risk tightening more and busting it off or stripping out where I've got it threaded in. Got the other plug wire, dipstick tube out. As much space as I can get for now without pulling a lot more stuff off. See if I can get the welder in there. I think what added to that corrosion, especially on that back plug, was the old master cylinder was leaking brake fluid and spraying back down there on the plug, and it really corroded it. So I welded, and I see here where it's dripping water everywhere. That was nice. And first ratchet I had, all it did was skip, so got another ratchet. We're gonna see what is coming out. Is it just the bolt? Yeah, it looks like it didn't even get welded to the housing. So I'm gonna have to thread that back in and try to get a little closer into the head there. Doesn't help that the welding helmet's doing absolutely nothing. Wow. Maybe it actually came out this time. That'd be almost nice. Welding blind, but that's about what I do anyways whenever I weld. If I weld where I can see what I'm doing, it doesn't turn out very good anyways. Oh, look at that. Or not, got it out. So there it is, as ugly as those welds are. At least it extracted the rest of the spark plug housing and put a spark plug back in this. Have 8 cylinders again, plow. After I fix a bunch of other stuff. Alright, dipstick back in, put a used spark plug back in, plugged in the wires, hooked up the batteries. Should fire on all 8. There we go. 8 cylinders again, ready to push some snow if we ever get any. Alright, first things first.